let's get on to the big piece then, and that is, of course, Lauri Markkanen. You had a piece on Blue Man Hoop a couple of weeks ago that was fairly critical of a proposed trade that would have seen the Warriors give up both JK and Pods, along with Moody as well, three of the young pieces there, and 2 first-round picks for Markanen. I've been kind of going back and forth on what I think is an appropriate deal or what is the absolute maximum I'd be willing to give up for Lauri Markkanen. Where do you see that situation, and what is like the absolute most that you would give up for him?
I think Lauri Markkanen is probably the best player that is rumored to be available right now, depending on, kind of how you view how available other guys are. And I love the fit offensively on the Warriors, without a doubt. I mean, the fact that you could have both Steph and Markkanen kind of off-ball movement, running off of screens, running off of dribble handoffs, to have pick-and-pop actions with Draymond and Markkanen, with Steph curling along the baseline. Like, you could do all sorts of really creative and really impactful offensive sets. And I think their offense would have a major boost, absolutely, and especially in the regular season. But ultimately, I worry about the impact that Markkanen can have in the postseason. So, Peter, it's trivia time. Do you know the active player in the NBA with the most career games without playing a single playoff game?
Well, I don't know if this is a trick question, but I'm going to say him.
Lauri Markkanen is correct. So he has played more games than any other player in the league and not played in a single playoff game. And, Draymond Green coined the phrase, but they're looking for 16-game players, right? The Warriors, if they're going to push in the chips, if they're going to say, hey, we're all in, they're not all in to win 58 games and lose in the second round. They're trying to grasp that sliver of upside to go back to the NBA Finals. And we just don't know if Markkanen's going to be that guy. If his impact still matters when defenses are locked into him, when they're putting wings on him instead of bigs, when the entire defensive attention of the playoffs game slows down, is focused on him, is his offensive impact going to still be the same? On defense, can he stand up? Maybe it works, and it's, I don't want to assume it won't because it hasn't yet, but we don't know. And it's a lot to give up if you're talking about basically all the assets they have. Both those 2 first-round picks, Kuminga and Podziemski and Moody, and I'm not going to lie, I'm still the biggest Moses Moody believer. I mean, I'm like elbowing his mom out of the way on the bandwagon. I still think Moody can be a high-end starter, if not more, if he's in the right situation. So, to give up all of that for this guy who is a one-time All-Star and just like a reserve. He hasn't made an All-NBA team. He's not received any MVP votes. He has improved a huge amount in Utah, and that's without a doubt. And I love his fit on a lot of teams, but we just don't know. And if the Warriors are going to push everything in, it's got to be for a guy that they know. Someone like Paul George, who has proven playoff success, who has played at a high level, who's made multiple All-NBA teams. He third place in MVP. He has proven he can reach that height, and Markkanen just hasn't yet. And so even looking at some of these other players that have changed teams recently who are not superstars, but the fit makes you think, oh, this could be great. A guy like Mikal Bridges, well, he has 39 career playoff starts and he's been in the finals. OG Anunoby, 36 playoff starts. The theory of the case is there that it works in the playoffs. And Markkanen's a better shooter, a better offensive player overall, but he's nowhere near the defender that they are. And so you push in all those chips to get Markkanen, and you're hoping for something that you just don't know for sure. I just feel like you can't mortgage every asset to get him. Now, that being said, I still think he's the best guy available. If you can, put Pods in the deal, I think maybe there's a little bit of extra shine on him right now, and I just don't know if that'll still be there at the trade deadline next summer. So you put Pods in the deal, you build it around him and expiring money with Looney or Payton, and you put in the picks, a couple swaps. That's the package I would send. And I don't know who is going to beat that of teams that are prepared to trade for him. So that's probably what I would focus on. You keep Kuminga, you keep Moody, and so then you have a couple other pieces, both to play and maybe to move for a different deal. I just wouldn't go all in, everything, strip the cupboard bare for Markkanen when we just don't know for sure if he can be that guy.